Hey, we gonna party tonight or what?
Yeah, we are gonna party.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Hey, Lashy Kids and Driving Mutants. How was your week? Welcome to the Friday Chill stream. Let me see who is early in the chat. Let me try to get this set up right. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay. Tony Man is here, says, won't anybody help us? What are we running for? When there's nowhere we can run to anymore, we can't afford to be innocent. Stand up and face the enemy. See, I'm not going to sing this, but it's do or die situation. We will be invincible. That's right. Fair is fair. Shout out to the legend of Billie Jean. That's those are lyrics from Pat Benatar's Invincible from the classic film, The Legend of Billie Jean. Lordran says, hey, Lady Shasha, mistress of my heart and my scary as hell horror family. What's up, Lordran? Tony says, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm face palming right now. Tony T is here, says, hello, everybody. And Tony Man says, I'm ready for a live stream watching of Lady Shasha for 2 today. Yes, I'm going to be on 2 live streams today. I actually have to cut this live stream short because I thought the other one wasn't going to start until 9, but it's actually starting at 8. So this is going to be a real quick chill stream. And Lordran says, I challenge you to a duel. Challenge me to a duel or who are you challenging to a duel? While y'all are doing that in the comments, I have a few things to show you guys. starting with tomorrow's live stream is going to be an Akira live stream, and I have special guests, movie science reviews. Let me actually have all these written down. Movie science reviews, tape night, Curly Girl at the Movies, Mr. Dan and Horror, and Macmatism is going to be joining me tomorrow at 4 p.m. to talk about Akira. Oh, wait, there's a couple people here. Hold on, I got to... Tony Man says, hold up, let me get my secret weapon, Curly Girl. Faux Mickey Latte says, hey, y'all. Tony Man says, hey, Faux. And Tony C says, my week has been good, just too hot outside. Yes, everywhere. And now, I mean, me being in Florida, I just heard that Tropical Storm Danielle has just been upgraded to a hurricane. So we'll see if she pays us a visit next week. She could swerve to the west and hit, the Gulf, or she could swerve a little bit to the east and go a little bit further upland to like the Carolinas or something. But I still have to keep a lookout for it. Lauren says, now you fight dirty, Tony Man 00. Okay, back to what I was saying. Tomorrow we're live streaming talking about Akira. And then this one, that's today's stream. Later tonight, this is the stream that's starting at 8 o'clock. And the channel that it's on is Master of Chaos TV. Let me type that in here. Master Chaos TV. Although I will put the link towards the end of this stream, but we are going to be talking about full moon movies, and the two for this Friday night are going to be Arcade and Transfers 2. But we're going to be doing this every Friday night. It's called the Full Moon Fright Club, and we'll be talking about just different types of full moon movies. And that's what, if you know me, those are some of my favorite movies are full moon movies. Mr. Dan says, hello, I saw Pat Benatar in college. Oh, wow. You got to see her live? That's amazing. I would have loved to see her live. Capri is here. Capri says, Lady Shasha, you may have the Deadly Dispatch movie with rapper Bone Crusher. Deadly Dispatch. I have not seen that one, but I did see another horror movie with Bone Crusher. What was it? It had to do with, what was the name of it? Because I had said that, what's his name? Zack Snyder stole the premise of this movie, Dead Heist. Bone Crusher was in Dead Heist. And Army of the Dead? I think that was the name of it. Or that Zack Snyder movie that he put on Netflix last year completely stole the premise of Dead Heist, which also had, was Big Daddy Kane in it? I want to say Bone Crusher and Big Daddy Kane were in Dead Heist. But I will write that one down. Deadly Dispatch? I don't know that one. Deadly Dispatch with Bone Crusher in it. Thing about Bone Crusher is he's never scared. Splash God is in the house. They say this came out the year I was born. Sort of introduction to anime. Oh, wow. Yeah, I want to say it was the first anime movie that I saw as well. Mr. Dan Hart says, can't wait to meet everyone and discuss that classic anime film. Yes, I can't wait as well. And Tony Man says, none of them are coming anywhere close to us. Oh, the hurricanes are not coming close to Florida? That's good news. Marty's in the house with Trash Picture Show. Says, hey, Lady Shasha, I beat my feet and threw out a tweet. Thank God I did not misread that, because I could have said beat something else, but I read it correctly. Thank you again, Marty. I always appreciate you. And Splash Guy says, American Werewolf in London is one of my faves. Does that count as a full moon movie? Well, no. Full Moon is a production house, but that does count as a great, one of the greatest werewolf movies of all time. There was something else I want to tell you guys. Yesterday, I did the finale live stream for Hellbound and Ju-On, episode 6. So if you get a chance, check that out. That was yesterday, so you could catch the replay. On Mondays, well, except for this Monday because it's Labor Day, so it'll be this Tuesday. we have Hood Podcast. And as you can see, last Monday we talked about FN Mecca's grand opening, grand closing as what they were billing as an AI rapper who was actually an augmented reality rapper who was really actually a complete minstrel show in digital form. But we talked about that. We also talked about a floating train in China and a man who tried to sell organs on Facebook Marketplace. Those are the type of stories that we cover on Hood Podcast every Monday. So check that out. Is that the end of my announcements? Yeah, I think so. That's the end of my announcements. Let me bring this back up and then we will check out some more. Miss Jan says he saw Living Color too. They were fire. I imagine they were. I remember seeing them. I think I saw them more played on BET than even MTV, even though they were a rock band. And I always will remember the song Cult of Personality. And I want to say there might have been a lawsuit between them and the TV show In Living Color. DC Campbell's in the house. They say, hey, Lady Shasha, what's up, DC Campbell? Tony Man says E40, Big Daddy Kane, and Bone Crusher. And my first anime I ever saw was Legend of the Overfiend. Well, that's starting at one steep hill of a anime to start with, especially since it involves tentacles and it's not for children. However, I stumbled onto Legend of the Overfiend as well because in the video store, they put it on the shelf right by Acura, the Dirty Pair, Project A-Co. It was in there mixed with all those. So you would think that it was also just your regular, I guess, PG, maybe PG-13 rated anime. And no, Legend of the Overfiend or Yorosaki Doji is hard R anime, not for children. Tony T says, "See People is a good full moon film." Well, let me write that one down. I'll check it out. I don't think I've seen Seed People, or I have seen a Seed People, but I don't know if it's the same Seed People as a Full Moon because there's more than one Seed People. Okay, writing that down. Francis is in the house. Francis says, "Greetings," and Tony Man says, "Castle Freak was the best full moon movie." That's my favorite full moon movie is Castle Freak. Marty says, "My favorite classic anime is Ninja Scroll. A bit controversial now, but kicked ass back in the day. I have not seen Ninja Scroll, but I have heard of it." Francis says there was a lawsuit. Mm-hmm. And then Mr. Dan says Ninja Scroll was a hard R too. Okay, Tony Man says, "Have you ever seen Azumi? It's a martial arts movie." I've seen the poster. I feel like I've seen the poster. Is the poster art a girl standing with a samurai sword? Because I feel like I've seen that poster for Azumi, but I have not seen the actual movie. Chainsaw says Ninja Scroll was dope. Does anybody still buy DVDs? Yes, I still buy DVDs. And the reason why I still buy DVDs is because of George Lucas. When he started to make all those changes to the original Star Wars, and then now finding out that directors have the ability to do that in streaming. Like if they release a movie to streaming and they decide later on down the line that they want to re-edit it or they want to change some things, they can, which, you know, it's their right to do as long as they own the rights to the movie. They can change it. So I like the idea of having a physical copy of something in the form that I like it in, so that if there are changes made and I prefer the original, I can still watch the original. Are you or Hood Podcast reviewing episodes of House of the Dragon? That's going to be on Hood Podcast. We're going to be doing House of the Dragon, and we're also doing the Lord of the Rings series that I think just dropped today. I want to call it Fellowship of the Ring, but I'm not sure if that's what it's called. Let me know what it's called, because I have to watch it this weekend at some point. So yeah, we are talking about those. We also do a season opener and then a season closing for all the Marvel shows. So we already talked about the season opener for She-Hulk, and we'll be talking about like the season ending because I think there's only going to be like 6 or 7 episodes, so that's why we're not doing it weekly. But we will be talking about She-Hulk. And also we may get some the inside scoop on Dragon Con, because Jay from Hood Podcast is at Dragon Con all weekend. So hopefully we'll be able to get the scoop on what went down at Dragon Con. Splash Guy says, I got to step my game up. Full Moon Movies, got to check them out. And Ninja Scroll was my shit. Well, the Full Moon has an app, but I also found that quite a few of their movies are available on Tubi. If you're like short on change, you can check out some Full Moon Movies on Tubi. Tony Man says, yes, it was a really good, that and Azumi too. So I have to look those up, but I'm so behind because this weekend I'm trying to watch Bahubali 2. And I want to say that Bahubali is from the same director that did RRR, or the same production company that did RRR. And I saw the first part. I saw Bahubali 1, and now I'm going to watch Bahubali 2, which are Tollywood action movies, and they are really, really good. If you get a chance, they're I want to say Bahubali is on Netflix, and RRR might be. I can't remember whether I watched it on Netflix or I watched it on Amazon Prime. Francis says, I'm downloading the Last of Us remake for PlayStation 5. Have you played the games? I have never played any Last of Us games. I've only played Resident Evil and House of the Dead games. And one time I played Silent Hill as far as horror games are concerned. The Rings of Power, Francis says. And also Lord says Rings of Power. Yes, that's what I have to watch the first episode of this weekend, because on Hood Podcast, we'll most likely we'll talk about Rings of Power. And we have been talking about House of the Dragon. Scream Factory is releasing Return of the Living Dead in 4K. Oh, wow. That would be great to see remastered in 4K. See, now I got to get another copy of Return of the Living Dead. Lord of the Rings, we walk the whole effing time. Hey, Brian. Nice to see you again. It's been a minute. Brian says, hey, partner. You so awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lauren says, Clerks 2 reference. I'm not even supposed to be here today. Lordran with the eagle eye. Oh, since I have limited time, there is one thing I wanted to do with you guys, and that is check out the trailer for Blood and Honey. I've been waiting for this. And you guys know why there is a Blood and Honey movie now. Because Winnie the Pooh, the whole Winnie the Pooh series has entered into public domain. So you're going to see a whole bunch of Winnie the Pooh stuff. Just like how when... why am I drawing a blank? No, his book is over here. H.P. Lovecraft. That's, for some reason, I drew a blank. When his stuff went into public domain, that's when you start seeing all these movies that were adaptations of H.P. Lovecraft. Trash Picture Show says, I still buy physical media because I never know if the price of streaming sites or internet providers go up, or if you move and a new location has shite coverage. There's too many variables to streaming. Also, a lot of times the movies get moved around. Like a lot of times the movies don't stay on one streaming platform forever. They move to different streaming platforms and let me see. Or become unavailable. Like I noticed that with Tubi, it'll say like this movie leaving soon. Okay, let's change the speed on this. We'll speed it up just a pinch. Okay. All right, here we go. A couple more comments before I hit play. Mr. Dan says, I've been buying Shudder movies at DT when I see them. Oh, Dollar Tree. There's no guarantee Shudder will be around forever. True. And Dollar Tree, I found a couple good finds. I need to do a video showing you guys my Dollar Tree finds for movies, that is. Foamicky Light says, the Winnie the Pooh movie looks like it'll be funny. I think so. I saw some pieces of it because I was scrolling, and you know how they put the trailer on Twitter and on Instagram? So I have seen a little bit of it already, and it looked a little bit gory. So let's check this out.
You know, you're the first person I ever shown this place to.
Why am I so special?
Because soon we'll be Christopher and Mary Rob. We'll be close now.
We're not going to find them.
We will. Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, We were friends for many years, and they're out there.
Christopher, we need to leave. Now.
I really need to find out what's happening, okay?
This place is kind of cold. And it is out of pool. We need to go. There's Laura's there. There's someone else outside. What was that?
We used to be friends. Why are you doing this, please? I would have never left that sweater. I swear.
So what did you guys think of that? It looked interesting to me. I hope it comes to streaming, though. Although it might be funny to see in a movie theater. Tony Man says, wow, you waited. Francis says, my best dollar store DVD find was Hobo with a Shotgun. I like that movie. I seen it a few years ago. I remember Hobo with a Shotgun. This Pooh movie looks so dumb, but I can't wait to watch it. But I see, it's not a big jump for me to like it because I grew up liking stuff like Leprechaun and Troll. So like, this is right up my alley. Hobgoblins. I watched that one. Terrence says, hi, Lady Shasha and everyone in the chat. Hang on just a second. Terrence says, thumbs up. And Capri says, some of the most funniest horror movies are Ice Cream Man, Dr. Giggles, Leprechaun in the Hood. Oh, I love Leprechaun in the Hood. I used to like the Ice Cream Man when I was younger, and I didn't like Dr. Giggles, and now I flip-flopped. I like Dr. Giggles better than the Ice Cream Man. Oh, and Jack Frost. I reviewed Jack Frost for my 12 Days of Christmas, maybe the year before last. Foamy Clyde says, all could have been prevented if he'd listened to her and left. Mm-hmm. Tommy says, I think they're people. There's been lore saying that each of the Winnie characters are mental disorder and they all live in Christopher Robin's head. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Because Eeyore is supposed to represent depression. Tigger is supposed to represent ADHD. And Piglet is supposed to represent anxiety. And Pooh, I think, is supposed to represent lethargy, if I recall correctly. Marty says, so are they meant to be serial killer and mask or anthropomorphic monsters? I think I'm going with Tony Man's theory that they're in that it will turn out to have always been Christopher Robin killing all these people, and that those are just characters in his head. Kind of like how in Hot Tension, the truck driver was in the young lady's head. Oh, spoiler alert. I should have said spoiler. The movie's like, what, 10, 15 years old? Tony says, Lady Shots with the professional cough mute. What I didn't want to cough into the camera. Francis says, Leprechaun smoking a bong. Mm-hmm. Remember, he said a friend with weed is a friend indeed. And Tony says, Rabbit is OCD. Yes, I forgot about Rabbit. Capri says, both Evil Dead and The Exorcist had their dark moments of humor. Yes, they did. One of the funniest things about The Exorcist is the things that possessed Reagan says to Father Karras. Like, it's just so raunchy and nasty that you can't help but laugh. Can't be worse than the Child's Play remake. The Child's Play remake, I don't actually think it was that bad. I mean, but my barometer for bad remakes is low. Like, let's put it this way, like worst horror remake to me is probably Prom Night. That one was horrible. And also April Fool's. Those are like the two worst. And in the best horror remakes, see, I'm going to cough again. Okay, sorry about that. Now my voice is messed up, but I had to hit the. Don't you hate it when you're just sitting there talking and you have an asthma attack out of nowhere? Good times. Okay, let me get to the comments. Okay, so Francis says, I remember an episode of Pooh where it was Eeyore's birthday and Pooh Bear gave him a pop balloon and Tigger shoved him in a suitcase and called it his new house. LOL, poor sad bastard. Base of Honoring Queen is here. Hey, I wish you were here last week. I dedicated a segment to you because I did a dollar store haul and half of the stuff is right behind me that I got from the dollar store. But you could check that when that went out on the replay. But thank you again. Shout out to Base of Autumn Queen. Check out her channel. She does a lot of decorating videos, and she'll let you know what's popping at the different stores like Joann Fabrics, Michael's, Target. Definitely check her out. Lordrin says, Shasha, hand over your horror card now. Capri says, your mother, yeah. Blank in hell. Yes, The Exorcist. And when I remember the first time I heard the Reagan say that, I just busted out laughing, but it helped me because I was so scared. Terrence says, hi, BAQ. And Francis says, The Blob and The Thing are my favorite remakes. And Autumn Queen says, hey, Terrence. Hey, oh, that's me. The Fog remake was meant to be real. Oh, I blocked that one out. Yes, the Fog remake was so bad. I completely blocked that one out. Is it still no sound, or can you guys hear me? A Splash Scott says, Night of the Living Dead remake was good with Tony Todd. Yes, I agree. Love the OG too. Tony Man says, another worse remake was Inside. That was complete trash. I got my inhaler. Thank goodness. Capri says, excuse me, your mother socks blank in hell. I do apologize. Yeah. Lordrin says, the Flu remake. The Flu? The Fly. The Fly remake. Yes, that was an awesome remake. And I enjoy the original too. I grew up watching the original on Spine Tingler Theater. Francis says, oh, okay. The Fog was the worst remake. Yeah, it was terrible. Based on when Queen says OMG. And A Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Yeah, that was pretty bad too. It was really bad. I've never rewatched it. Lords of the Fly. Yep. Oh, I thought you were self-editing, Capri. I thought you were self-editing. Yeah, I'm okay now. Thanks. It just happens sometimes. Just out of the blue, I'll just have an asthma attack. I don't know what irritated me. I didn't spray any perfume. I don't know what just made me have an asthma attack. It was just really weird. But I got to get out of here soon because I got to get ready for the other live stream that I'm going to be on. I thought it was going to be on at 9, but it's actually 8 o'clock, and that's on Master Chaos TV. It says here, Lee Cronin needs to direct a Leprechaun movie, have an Irish to direct. Yes, I think it not only should it be directed by an Irish person, it should be filmed in Ireland. Have an Irish director inject some actual proper Irish lore into the character or mythology is way more effed up than Hollywood makes out. Oh, yes, I've read some of the stories, especially about the Fae. They're not nice. Like I said before, I heard a story about a Fae that cut a person's shadow out of the ground and they died. Basic Ottoman Queen says, oh, wow, I'll catch the replay. Thank you. No problem. Phil Mikilachi says, you good now? Yes. I'm surprised this is the first time that's ever happened on camera. K&M Lover, what's up? Says, hey, y'all, the Fright Night and Elm Street remake run neck and neck for awful. I forgot all about the Fright Night remake. Y'all are bringing back memories I don't want to have. Francis, we hear you. Basic on Princess, hear you. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm way behind in the chat. I'm trying to get caught up. Didn't see your asthma attack coming before. Okay. Love the Blackula movies. Yes, still love the Blackula movies. And Vampire in Brooklyn is an homage to Blackula as well. Oh, nice. I love Master Chaos. Tournament says I'll be there at 8. And I'll probably be in the chat. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Aren't the three other creatures involved in a leprechaun mythology? I'm not sure. I have to read more about it. I read more about the fairy. Well, leprechaun is, if I recall correctly, a leprechaun is a type of fairy, if I'm not mistaken. But I've read about the other type of fairies. Okay, I got to do something real quick, and then I got to jump over to the other channel. Let me close that. Sorry for clearing my throat on camera. I meant to. There we go. I have to show you this about this contest. We're close to the end of the time frame for this contest, so I'm just going to play this for you. As you can see, Black Lagoon TV is hosting a contest for 2 VIP tickets to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. You can see here how to win the contest. And even if you don't win the VIP tour tickets, if you wear any of their merchandise at Halloween Horror Nights on September 8th, you can also be included for cash giveaways. And I have taken the liberty of putting just a little bit of their merchandise on the screen soon so that you can see what type of stuff that they have going. As you can see, I have a few different items: t-shirts, tanks, sweatshirts, men's clothes, women's clothes. As well as some mugs and backpacks. But I think my favorite thing that they have are these fanny packs because of the colorway, because I like pastel colors and I like bright colors. Well, I like colors, period. Primary colors doesn't matter. I like colorful stuff. And they were nice enough to give me a discount code. Oh, I see there's a laptop cover too. And the discount code for 20% off their merch is FREQ20. Okay, let me read the last few comments and then we got to get out of here. I agree that Fright Night 2012 is pretty corny and cheesy. Francis, let me clear my throat. Yeah, basically. Get your lungs back for the other scream. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to get off here and try to maybe grab something hot to drink. Capri, Francis, LOL. Maybe honey and decaf tea coat your throat. Good idea. One origin, Mr. Dan, is that the Fae were fallen angels, but God realized there was too many filling up hell, so he stopped them halfway down and trapped them on Earth as Fae, leprechauns, fairies, and puka. And Tony says, I love listening to Marty Irish lore. That would be a great live stream for you to do, Marty. Do a Irish folklore live stream. Mr. Dan says, that's cool, Marty. And some lemon with the honey. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here for real, because I gotta grab something to drink and then jump on the other live stream. And I'm gonna put it up on a screen here. It's called Full Moon Fright Club. If you scroll up in the chat, I think I pinned it to the top, the link. But again, that's Master of Chaos TV. I'll put that at the bottom. Master Chaos TV. All right, and now I'm out of here for real, for real. Thank you all for coming by.
Hey, 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 hey.